The White House is pushing back against allegations that it defied a federal judge's order to halt the deportations of alleged Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, an incident that, if confirmed, could escalate legal battles over presidential power into a potential constitutional crisis. The controversy stems from the Biden administration's rare invocation of the 18th century Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelan migrants. U.S. District Judge James Boasberg had temporarily blocked the deportations to review the legal implications of using the act, instructing that any planes already in the air should return to the U.S. However, the administration announced Sunday that 250 deportees linked to the Tren de Aragua gang had arrived in El Salvador and were in custody. White House response raises questions. In a carefully worded statement, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt denied that the administration had defied the court order. The administration did not refuse to comply with a court order. The order, which had no lawful basis, was issued after terrorist Tren de Aragua aliens had already been removed from U.S. territory, Leavitt stated. She further argued that a single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft carrier full of foreign alien terrorists who were physically expelled from U.S. soil. However, her phrasing left open questions, particularly regarding the precise timeline of events. While she emphasized that the migrants had already departed, she did not specify whether the departures occurred before or after Boasberg's ruling. The reference to an aircraft carrier also created confusion, as no such vessel was involved in the deportation. Trump's expanding use of executive power. Trump is wielding immense presidential authority, leaving those who might constrain him courts and political opponents struggling to react after his actions have already taken effect. His reliance on the Alien Enemies Act, a law typically reserved for wartime, to accelerate deportations marks a significant expansion of executive power. Meanwhile, a crackdown on student protests, highlighted by the arrest of a Palestinian green card holder, is being justified on the grounds that his anti-Israel views harm U.S. foreign policy interests. Critics, however, see this as an attempt to suppress First Amendment rights and silence dissent within the education system. Shutdown of Voice of America raises concerns. Trump's abrupt closure of the taxpayer-funded international broadcasting service Voice of America over the weekend has reignited debates over presidential authority to override congressional spending decisions. His recent statements condemning media outlets that do not align with his administration's views as corrupt and illegal have further fueled concerns about press freedom. Millions of voters sent Trump to Washington to dismantle institutions they believe do not reflect their culture, values, and material interests. Polls indicate that among his supporters, Trump's aggressive actions are widely popular. Fast-moving presidential actions and legal challenges. Trump's governing approach prioritizes rapid action, often testing the limits of executive authority. His mantra is to act fast, knowing that legal constraints on presidential power tend to be retrospective, meaning he can achieve his goals before judicial rulings can stop him. For example, an entire government department could be dismantled beyond repair by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, even if a judge later orders its restoration. As legal battles over Trump's executive actions intensify, the courts and his opponents may struggle to counteract policies that are already reshaping the American political landscape in ways that may prove irreversible.